Oye, oyish, oye, oyish. Shulia makono, oye, oyish, oye, oyish.
Without any further ado, I'd like to turn the stage over to Alicia Retes.
Thank you very much for having me. I'm very grateful to be here. This is a Coast Miwok story out of Marin County. Oh, I will say that this is a musical instrument. It's called shotam. There's no English translation for it, but it's referred to as a clapper stick or a stick rattle. It comes from the elderberry tree. And one other side note, the California Native people were not just simple hunter-gatherers. I want you to know that they were actively shaping the entire landscape. How else would you be able to get a musical instrument unless you were to cultivate the plant? Just a little side note. 30 seconds or so on that, but anyway, here we go. In the before time, a long time ago. A time when time was not on your wrist or locked in a clock. Time was an integral partner with the sacred forces of nature. Time was alive, breathing. You would feel time on your skin as the winds would announce the changing of the seasons, blowing cold, cool, warm, or hot. Time was arriving and leaving like ebbing tides, arriving and leaving like the migration of whales, birds, and butterflies. Time was heard in the songs of the birds, and it was seen in the celestial heavens, those trustworthy moon cycles, the star peoples traveling the horizon. Time pulsed and vibrated in the seeds of the green ones, deep in the earth, to stretch and grow, pulled, drawn by the light, to bloom into a glorious sight. Everyone was directed by the changing of the seasons, winter, spring, summer, and fall. Time was balanced and in harmony with all. In this time, the supernatural was the rule. Incredible beings, traits of animals and humans, and the mystical. They spoke, they danced, they shaped and shifted the lands, the skies, and the waters. These are the first peoples, the animal and the plant peoples, known as the co-creators, who made everything to live and thrive with rules and laws to live by. When the humans came, the plant and the animal people loved humans so much that they relinquished their superpowers, some of their special abilities too, to become the plants and the animals that we know today. But don't be fooled. There's still the spirits in everything. Plants and animals are living beings, just as all of us, and the earth herself. It is in this time when everyone listened to the messages in the winds. This is when my story begins. Oye, oyish, oye, oyish. Shulia makono, oye, oyish, oye, oyish. Makoshito Misholi, Makoshito Misholi, oye, oyish, oye, oyish, oye, oyish, oye, oyish, Shuliamakono, Shuliamakono, oye, oyish, oye, oyish, Makoshito Misholi, Makoshito Misholi, oye, oyish, oye, oyish. Oh. Grandfather Coyote, have mercy on us. We're living in your dreams. Oye Oish, Grandfather Coyote, Kosmiwok. Oye Oish was on a serpentine rock high on Mount Tamalpaish. Tamal means west and Paish means hills. In the place now known as Marin County. Marin. He's named after a Kosmiwok rebel leader. Mariano was his baptism name. His real name is Huikmuse Huiman. Oh, Huiman. So, Oye Oyish and Wekwek, his grandson, a very handsome falcon man, they were high on the top of Mount Tam, and they were overlooking the entire world, across where now is the San Francisco Bay, but was once a low, flat, broad valley with a river flowing down the middle, a walkable stretch of land, 27 miles, to the mountaintops now known as the Farallon Islands. There were thick, deep lines of brown pelicans and cormorants that threaded the air. Sea lions and elephant seals blackened the beaches and the rocks. Hundreds of oyster catchers, those black birds with red chisel beaks and pink legs, they were prying deep, deep, thick beds of oysters. Harbor seals, dolphins playing in the surf. There were cosmic plows of shearwaters and gulls. A noisy assemblage of birds calling out everywhere. And to the east, the vista view was just as abundant and remarkable. There were enormous fields of tule, like a vast sea of spears spiking up with golden brown flower clusters that shimmered in the wind. Thousands and thousands of elk and deer and antelope roamed the lands. There were billions of birds that migrated or led and fed and thrived in the waters that were filled solidly with fish. And river otters and beavers. A huge, beautiful valley. Well now, Oye and Oish and Wekwek were looking out at everything. You know, Wekwek, I'm really liking these new human peoples. They look pretty funny, some of them. Hey, have you ever noticed that some humans look like birds or they act like birds? You know, some of them are kind of chatty, like a meadowlark, you know. Some are regal, like an eagle. Others are kind of scrappy, like the blue jay. Yeah, we're going to have good fun with these human people. Grandfather, I have noticed that, I've noticed the same thing, but Grandfather, I have noticed that some of the people during the nighttime, when the moon is hiding behind a cloud, or it's just one of those nights that's dark, that the people bump into each other. They're stubbing their toes and they're crying. Have you noticed this? I have. It's hilarious. It cracks me up every time. It's so funny. It does bother me, though. It wakes me up. I have many more things to do to teach the human people and to create, so it's a little bit of a problem for me. So, Grandfather, I was thinking, what if the people could have fire all the time, anytime they wanted. Not just when the lightning strikes, no, no, no. And not from lava flows, no, no, no. Anytime they wanted. Why, if they had fire, they would be warmer in the nighttime, huh? And they could cook their food. They could dance around a big fire. Fire would take their prayers straight to Great Spirit. What do you think about that?
You know, Whack Whack, I've been thinking. I think it's time for the people to have fire. Yeah, that's what I've been thinking. I've been thinking maybe, you know, they should have fire to cook their food and to dance and to carry their prayers straight to Great Spirit, of course, and sing praises to me, too. I'd like that, too. I think maybe they should have fire.
Grandfather, you're so wise.
Yes, but now, where are we going to get this fire, huh? That's the question. That's really the question. Where are we going to get this fire? Lava flow. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? you see those? Oh! No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. No, I see. You know, we're just going to have to get it from the sun. Now, he's not going to like that, you know. He thinks he needs all of his fire for his job going across the world. Not a big deal, but that's what he thinks, and I don't know how we're going to do this. We're going to have someone who's smart and clever and able to convince the sun he should give up some of his fire. Sounds like me, doesn't it? But I'm not doing that job, man. I don't want to get burned. No, it should be somebody else. I'll have to think about it.
So they looked over at the valleys, and they're looking, and they see Deer's practicing his dancing. Choyeki, 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 ukuka. Well, he was going on and on and on. And there was Dante Elk was crossing the wetlands, and Bear was asleep, it's winter. And he looked and he saw, there was Mountain Lion. Mountain Lion was on a big rock, and so Oye was looking at that.
You know, that mountain lion, he's pretty strong, right? That mountain lion is fast and he's fierce and he's smart. I mean, maybe you get him to do that. Can you imagine him climbing up a rock and trying to leap up and get the sun? Nah, that's not going to work. Well, no, I don't know. Well, maybe if he climbed up a tree, got up to the top of the tree and no, he'd fall down. I'd like to see that. Nah, that's not going to work. I wonder who should it be?
Wek Wek was patiently waiting. He knew it should be a winged one. So he stretched out his wings and he said, Grandfather, how about a winged one?
You know, I've been thinking really hard on this. I think it ought to be a winged one. Yeah, that's the ticket. It should be a winged one. Now, which one? Which one should it be? You're not going to get the eagle to do this. No, he's too smart, too royal. No, it's got to be a small bird. No intimidating birds, and it's got to be small and agile. A bird that can fly fast, forward and backward, side to side, soar up, soar down. You guys ever know of a bird like that? Yeah! That's a ticket to be a hummer!
So they talked about that, agreed that was a good idea, and so they traveled down to where the buckeye grows, because everyone knows when the buckeye blooms, the hummers come to drink that floral feast. It's sweet and good. So they got down to the buckeye grove, and they're looking around, and, there's no hummers. There's no hummers around.
So what? Where are the hummers? What's going on here?
Well, Grandfather, the hummers have gone to the southern cafes to drink because it's cold here right now. And the others who aren't, they practice the hummingbird motto. When winter gets tough, the tough take a nap. Fortunately for them, there were a couple hummers. They heard that sound, and they heard pecking. They saw two hummers that were pecking for insects in the crevice of the buckeye tree. And it happened to be Hama Kupulipi. Can you say Hama? Hama means grandmother. Can you say kupulipi? That's hummingbird. So they're buzzing around. She's got her granddaughter with them. And Oye says,
Hey, open doors. How you doing? Open doors. How you doing? Hey, listen, Grandma. We need your help. These silly-looking, fun humans. They're cold. They need some fire. We gotta get it from the sun. And I was thinking maybe you're the perfect one. Well, that is a really big job. I'm not sure that I'm young enough to do that, but perhaps my granddaughter, and we do love the humans, so they're so much fun. And I don't know why they weren't born with feathers in the first place, but I take pity on them. So I will do it. We will do it. And then she spoke to her granddaughter because she's too old to do it herself. Now, granddaughter, you're going to be the one to do it. You are brilliant. You're the best acrobat ever. And us hummers are the ones to do this job. Nobody can maneuver the way that we do. So I would like you to do it. Okay, that's a kind of a big job. I've heard the son is really jealous of his fire and he's really kind of grumpy. Maybe saw that fire and stuff, and I'm not sure what do you have in mind? Oh my dear, I know how to do. You know how we play a game of catch with a little buckeye? You take it out. Pepperwood, that would be better. Pepperwood's even smaller. I toss it to you, you pitch it under your chin, and then you toss it back up and you knock it over to me. And now remember we played that game. I think you could offer to play a game of catch with the sun. Now, first, you're going to ask him politely, of course. He's gonna refuse you, we know this, but you ask politely, give him an opportunity, and then make it interesting for him so that he'll play along. And so, little hummingbird had a high-protein breakfast that morning of insects and spiders. And the sun was coming up, and she floated up, and she said, greetings, son. Good morning. Coyote has asked me to come and get just a little bit of sun for the people because they're cold. He was, are you kidding me? Why didn't he think of this in the first place? Should have made him with feathers or more fur or something like that. He wants some of my fire. Go away. I got a big agenda ahead of me. I got the whole sky I gotta go over. I don't have time for this nonsense. She didn't give up. She swirled and she danced, and her iridescent feathers were going all over the place. He was mesmerized. Iridescent blues turning into greens. Oh, it was glorious. And he said, I like this. This is great. I love your razzle dazzle. It's really good. So, what do you have in mind? Well, I was thinking we'll play a game of catch. You throw a fireball to me, and if I can catch it, then I get to keep it. Really? You might just blow up. But hey, that'd be pretty cool. Can you imagine? You'd blow up in thousands of pieces, and maybe you look like a scarlet waterfall going down, and sparks all over the place. Fireworks. I like the idea. All right, since you're so insistent, you're on. So, fire. Sun started to pull up a colossal ball of fire. Can you help me? I'll go like this. Oh, whoa! That colossal sun came really fast and fierce. Oh my God, it was so blinding. Really blinding. But little Koopalipi was prepared because she had a pair of mini micro junior Ray-Ban glasses. She flew off to the side. Her heart was racing. She was pretty scared about that. But one of the things, she noticed that when that ball came, that there were smaller sparks, and some of them fell off to the side and got smaller. So she got an idea, and she said to the sun, Okay, that was fun. I didn't blow up. Huh. Let's try it again. Oh, you're stupid. All right, this is fun for me. Are you ready? Help me out, bring some fire in. Huge ball, huge. And it flew. But what happened was, little Koopalipi did a backflip and a sidestep up and down and all around like that, and she dodged the ball, right? She completely dodged it. She went off to the side. She saw a little ember and she knocked it with her beak, like a Buster Posey hitting a home run. And that's because she flies 50 miles an hour. Shoo! She went to it. She caught it underneath her chin, and she flew directly down to the buckeye where everybody was waiting. And she tossed it to Oye, the coyote, and Coyote caught it. He just tossed it up in the air and shoved his paws into the snow to cool off. Meanwhile, fortunately, the buckeye sucked that amber into her body, into her branches. Koopalipi was exhausted. She fell into arms of her Hama, and her Hama's iridescent blanket to warm her up and feed her 1,000 mosquitoes to bring her. Well, the first to complain about the foolishness of Coyote was Gray Squirrel, Shamko. Everybody say Shamko. Shamko came out and said, it's so cold. I have icicles on my nose. I can hardly walk. How could you do this? Choyeki. Everybody say Choyeki. Choyeki the deer came out and said, Oye, oyeesh, we're living in your dreams. Have mercy on us. Surely you have a plan. Little Koopalipi risked her life. You do have a plan, yes? Yeah, of course I do. He hold his paws out. Yeah, hold on a second. Let me get another puff of my cigarette. Okay, I know what to do. So he went down to the base of the buckeye, and there were twigs and weeds, and he got 2 long buckeye sticks, and he started to drum. Can you help me out? Go like this. One more time. Uh-oh, one more time. Oh dear. Oh dear, nothing was happening. Scratching. What the heck? What have I forgotten? Buckeye Branch leans down and says, you must give thanks first. Say thank you first. Well, you said, I knew that. I just forgot for a second. Koopalipi, we thank you. Hummingbird, we thank you. Sun, we thank you. We thank everyone. May we please have fire. Turn it again. Oh, there's one more. Oh, there was an amber. And then it was just this. Oh, it was a great fire. It was a wonderful, wonderful fire. Everybody brought some sticks, and they had a nice fire going. It was beautiful, beautiful. And from that day forward, all the Tamalco, Coast Miwok people, they all go to the buckeye to get their firewood. Oh, and little Hummingbird, she still wears her badge of honor, red feathers underneath her neck. Story done.
Get you rattled. You're wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Alicia. Oh. Wow. Isn't that the way to start off a story concert? Yes, it is. I knew I wanted to hear from her.
Oye, oyish, oye, oyish. Shulia Makono, Shulia Makono. to myszli, oje, ojisz, oje, ojisz, oje, ojisz, oje, ojisz, Shuliamakono, Shuliamakono, oye, ojisz, oye, ojisz, Makushu to myszli, oye, ojisz, oye, ojisz. Oh, Grandfather Coyote, have mercy on us. We're living in your dreams.